everyone and welcome to W3L Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L network. As I'm sure you know, I'm Stevie Wizard and I'm sure you've subscribed already. Good. Because ladies and gentlemen, the match you're going to see this week is a continuation of the battles between the Contingency Plan and the duo of Jason Reed and Kevin Williams. 2 weeks ago, right here on Wrestling Showdown, Taylor Bryden of the Contingency Plan stole a victory from Jason Reed thanks in no small part to Dickie Divers. Obviously Reed has decided he wants some revenge, understandably so, and he's brought his best pal Kevin Williams along with him. So they are set for some tag team action. But Taylor Bryden, he's nowhere to be seen. Instead, this week they will face the Contingency Plan duo of Dickie Divers and James Scott. The same James Scott who beat Jason Reed not all that long ago here on Wrestling Showdown in a one-on-one singles match. A lot of issues are at play here. Reed and Williams want revenge. The Contingency Plan want to position themselves as a dominant force to challenge for the Tag Team Championship. So which team will get their hand raised in this contest? Let's find it by going down to ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, in the corner to my left, they come to us from Glasgow at a total combined weight of 410 pounds, James Scott and Dickie Divers, the Contingency Plan. Introducing their opponents first, from River Island at 210 pounds, Jason Reed. His tag team partner, currently residing in the 8-bit subspace superhighway, but raised right here in Glenrothes at 200 megapixels, Kevin Williams!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce with you on Wrestling Showdown, and it is another match in the continuing battle, is that a good word to describe it, between the Contingency Plan and the team of Jason Reed and Kevin Williams. Now, we've seen various combinations of these men compete over the previous weeks. It should be noted right away that Taylor Bryden, conspicuous by his absence, because we've seen in the past invariably where one member of the Contingency Plan goes, the others are never too far away. A couple of weeks ago here on the Showdown, Taylor Bryden beat that man in the white trunks, Jason Reed, thanks to interference from Dickie Divers. Just last month we saw Kevin Williams pin Dickie Divers, thanks in part to Jason Reed as well. And of course we've seen just weeks ago as well, James Scott defeated Jason Reed in a singles encounter. So there's been a lot of issues between the Plan and the Reed-Williams combination. This is just a continuation of that. Considering the recent singles matches that Reed and Williams have had with Bryden and Divers respectively, you'd have thought perhaps Bryden would have been in this match, but the problem is, as Divers is backstreeting in the corner, the contract only ever says Contingency Plan and rarely if ever specifies which combination of the three that you're going to be facing. So Williams would have had to prepare for all of them, and Reed seems to be prepared for Divers. Firmly in control with that side headlock there. James Scott claiming the hair was pulled. Don't think that's quite Jason Reed's playbook, but you never know. And he knocks Divers down with that shoulder block. Now, these men, these five men, if you include the absent Taylor Bryden, they're no strangers to each other. Hang on, Jason Reed, if he's going for a German suplex, but it's a nice drop kick. Divers, luckily for him, falls right in his corner. So as I say, they're no strangers to each other. They've met in a singles competition here the past few weeks. It was really 1 year ago, at our anniversary episode in December of last year, Reed and Williams gained that tag team title shot against Divers and Taylor Bryden. Did come up short, of course, but that was really the beginning of all the matches these five have had against each other. And they fought numerous times in various combinations. At Resolution 10, at the end of September, we saw Taylor Brydon and Kevin Williams involved in the Golden Ticket ladder match alongside Mark Coffey and Danny Boy Rogers. So there's continuing issues between the Plan, Reed and Williams, as James Scott just irritating this audience. And here comes Kevin Williams, and you can hear he's highly popular with this crowd, and quite rightly so. Scott not happy with this, and the Plan can't let the crowd get to them. It's like an extra advantage for Reed and Williams having the audience on their side, but if Divers and Scott allow the crowd to get in their heads, then their match is going to come pretty short, I think. However, all of these men in the Contingency Plan are well enough experienced to be able to block that out, and Scott calling for the test of strength. And you see he's got a bad shoulder, he's got some tape on the left shoulder, but he doesn't allow Williams to at least attempt to move that arm. He strikes him low with that kick, and now Scott measuring his opponent. He's so sadistic when he finds an opening. When he gets the advantage, he'll be all over you like a rash. And a massive strike, and look at this, just goads in Jason Reed. Now that's an inexperienced move. Reed should know better than that, because all that means is, hang on, Williams catches hold of James Scott with ease and drops him down with that inverted atomic drop. And you see every member of this audience wants to get the best view possible of this contest. And hang on, Thomas Cairns has just been given James Scott's foot. Williams casually wandering around the ring. Oh, and James Scott, there's a wish gets made. I'm sure he's wishing he was somewhere else right now. That didn't go well for him. But this crowd eating it up as Williams launched him across the ring with that monkey flip. And you've got to think that a strong showing here, a victory here, is going to propel both of these teams, whichever one wins certainly, up the ranks towards the Noble Lions in the Tag Team Championship. As Reed and Williams hit that double elbow drop, because they've never held the Tag Team Championship. Divers and Scott both have. But you've got to say, certainly in the first few minutes of this contest, that Reed and Williams have been the more fluid tag team, and they've certainly got the Contingency Plan's number. And Divers not the legal man, and Williams wasted a bit of time going to him. It can get confusing. Think how referee Thomas Cairns must feel when all these men are spilling at the ring to make the save and to break up holds and stuff. Scott trapped in the wrong part of town. But of course, won't do many good as his tag team partners laid out in the corner. Kevin Williams going upstairs, seeing he jump across James Scott. Hang on, Dickie Divers rescuing his partner, and he just launches Jason Reed right into Kevin Williams. And Reed takes a heavy spill at this floor, and there's no padding down there. Williams down, and the Plan have managed to turn things around. James Scott just taking his sweet time, telling Thomas Cairns to look across, which he does, and well, I don't think I really need to verbalise that. Kevin Williams suffering. And now in comes Divers, and the Plan are at their deadliest here. Williams being throttled on those ropes. Divers, when he gets hold of you, when he finds that opening, he's so difficult to beat, and he'll take any opportunity that he can. And the Plan have got Williams. And they run right in the ring post. And Kevin Williams is going to be singing falsetto after that one. And you see Jason Reed's down at the back of the screen. And the Plan have this match firmly going their way. And a massive leg drop from James Scott. Now, interestingly, Williams and Reed have never wrestled the Divers and Scott combination of the Contingency Plan. Certainly not as a unit. Both Williams and Reed have faced these two men with other partners, but never with each other. Diver just throttling Kevin Williams, and you see Reed being goaded in. Thomas Kearns has to hold him back. Remember, Jason Reed only debuted in the June of 2015, so he still does have a bit of experience to gain, and he's the least experienced man in this match. But as I said before, he wrestles like a veteran at times, but there are some few things where maybe his inexperience gets the better of him. Divers nets himself a 2 count after that double team move there. And of course, Divers and Scott, no strangers to tag teams. They both pretty much started their careers in different tag teams before eventually coming together as part of the Contingency Plan here in W3L. Williams began his career in a tag team as well. All three of these men have got great tag teaming experience, great solo careers as well, and of course Jason Reed can only benefit from being under the wing of Kevin Williams, taking his guidance. And Williams goes down to the floor, and Dickie Divers distracting referee Thomas Kearns, who talking some nonsense to him about hair being pulled or the audience looking at him funny. And this allows James Scott to lift Williams and run him right in that ring post. Williams tried to get a hand round, but it didn't really work. Reed trying to explain what's going on, but Kearns being distracted by the man in the black and pink. Could have ended the contest here. I think this could be it, but it's not to be. Kevin Williams with enough heart and resilience to kick out. He's a difficult man to put down. I mean, bear in mind, this man that went toe to toe with Joe E. Legend back at 7 Deadly Sins earlier in the year came so close to becoming heavyweight champion in that contest. So you cannot discount Kevin Williams. I mean, he's wrestled all across Europe. He's had some great success in doing so, and he's been around for well over 10, maybe 11 years or so now. But even he will struggle against the double teaming of the Contingency Plan. As they pick up for, is that a double flapjack? No, he turns it into a double DDT. And there is the experience I was talking about. Kevin Williams being one step ahead. They lift him up like they're going to go for a double flapjack, a backdrop, something like that. And he adjusts his weight, he adjusts momentum and drops down, DDTing the pair of them. Unfortunately for him, he's ended up crawling the wrong way. That's been the best opportunity he's had. He's inches away and he makes a tag. And here comes Jason Reed, the fresher man. So how fresh he's been as he's bounced across the floor, I don't know. Hits that double flying body press to wipe out both members of the Plan. The crowd firmly behind Reed and Williams, but currently it's a one-man show. Williams suffering from the beating he's taking. You see him lying on the apron trying to recover, regain his breath. DDT clears Jason Reed. Hang on, catches Divers coming in and drops them both down. A DDT and a flatliner there. And Reed needing to feed off this audience, get them on his side. He probably should have gone for a pinfall attempt, but he obviously has something in mind. Williams back up, right behind James Scott, gets hold of him and hits the bomb, and a super kick right in the face of James Scott. It's a new double team move by these two. And Divers with that Enzugiri drops down Kevin Williams. And there's a 3DS. They hit the 3DS to beat Sanctuary here on Showdown a while back. And James Scott breaks out the pinfall by pulling Thomas Kearns out the ring. Now come on, surely that has to be a DQ, doesn't it? Surely. Williams chasing James Scott away, leaving Reed and Divers in the ring, but now there's no referee. Heron spilled heavily out to the floor. I mean, again, there's no padding out here, so when you hit that flute with a thud. Hang on, Scott has returned, dispatching Williams to goodness knows where. And I think they're going to go for some double team move, perhaps. They've got Reed all alone. The poor man is trapped in the ring. And it's stuff like this that meant that the Plan were such great tag team champions. True, you may not like the way they got about things, but they were definitely successful, and you can't deny that. A foot stomp right in that fireman's driver. And they've got this match in the bag, but only if they can go for a cover and get Thomas Kerrins back in the ring. Jason Reed, I think he's unconscious. How wouldn't you be after having Dickie Divers stomp on top of your skull and then James Scott drive you head first in the canvas? Scott now climbing under the ring. What on earth is he looking for? Was he just trying to hang on, I think he's got something. Jason Reed can barely stand, and James Scott's grabbed a chair just to add injury to injury. And there's no need for this. Reed's beaten. They could pin him and end the match, or if they hadn't attacked the referee, they could have done. But this is just to be bad, I guess, just to show how tough they are. They want to get rid of one of their members of the competition. Oh, and they took too long! And James Scott smacks Dickie Divers right in the skull. Reed with the roll-up. Scott doesn't know what's happening. Thomas Kerrins in for the cover, and he makes a 3 count. And Jason Reed scores a victory over James Scott here in this match.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, Jason Reed and Kevin Williams.
So Reed and Williams get that victory over the Contingency Plan here this week on Wrestling Showdown.
A victory there for Jason Reed and Kevin Williams, gaining a modicum of revenge over the Contingency Plan. And I'm sure we haven't heard the last of the issues between these two teams. However, that victory for Reed and Williams has surely propelled them up the ranks of the tag team division. Now, as you know, we have a live event coming up on December the 28th from Petticoat Bay, Holiday Park in Kinghorn and Fife. Will Reed and Williams be there? Will the Contingency Plan be there? Will tag team champions the Noble Lions be putting their belts in line? The only way for you to find out is by being there in person. And you can if you go to our website and buy some tickets. The website, of course, is W3LWrestling.com, and of course, yes, use Showdown as a coupon code for 20% off. You should know that by now. I don't say it every week, do I? Good. When you have bought your tickets, make sure you have confirmed your attendance on our Facebook page and liked us on Facebook as well. Give us a follow on Twitter. Use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. Make sure you're there in Petticoat Bay in roughly a month's time. And make sure you join us back here in 7 days, because we've got even more awesome stuff happening on Wrestling Showdown.